everything, y'all.
The Beat 139 featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash. Harlem's #1 show.
What's happening? What's going on? Yeah. How y'all doing out there? Yeah, it's Tuesday. You know, y'all know on Tuesdays, when we come on Tuesdays, that means we got a special guest in the building. You know, I'm Don Vito, voice for the peoples.
Doc, shake the block. Y'all know what it is.
So without further ado, we're going to come on and start the show. You know, this guy right here, you know, we give him a lot of respect because when we first started the podcast quite a few years back, this brother right here came on our show, man, and helped us boost our ratings and stuff like that, and we really appreciate this brother. And this brother go by the name of DOGGIE Diamonds. What's up, DOGGIE Diamonds?
Can't complain, anybody listening, what's going on?
What's good?
DOGGIE Diamonds is in the building, man.
Yes.
Yo, so tell everybody where you from, man. There's a lot of people that know you, but for the few that don't, because, you know, a lot of our listeners is from all over the country, tell them where you from, man, and when you started into the podcast radio world.
I'm from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Yeah, from that area, Brooklyn. My area in particular produced Biggie, Lil' Kim, Junior Mafia, Foxy Brown, Easy Mo B moved to my neighborhood. Tex from Smith and Wesson moved to my neighborhood at one point. Erykah Badu and Common was living in my neighborhood. Iron Solomon moved to my neighborhood. J. Rule the Damager moved to my neighborhood. Afu Ra. We had a few people, but the homegrowns is definitely myself and Biggie and Junior Mafia is from 2-block radius. And Skyzoo is from my hood too. Skyzoo is from my hood.
Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy, yep.
Bed-Stuy, do or die.
That's early. That's a lot of talent right there, man.
Lot.
Yeah. Oh, and Red Eye Lover Tone, who's a part of Trackmasters. I forget him. He put me on. So yeah, Trackmasters from my hood too. Red Eye Lover Tone from Trackmasters.
Damn, I forgot about Trackmasters, man.
Yeah,
That was the days.
Tone and Poke, right?
Yep, Tone and Poke, but it was 4 of them before it was 2 of them. It was 4 members of Trackmasters, then it became 2 of them, but it's originally 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Damn, that's a good flashback, man. You named some names, man. That was early, man. Like, it's a lot of talent around it. So you grew up around all that talent. So what inspired you to get into, you know, into doing what you're doing?
Ralph McDaniels.
Okay.
Just watching Video Music Box. He was able to document the culture his way. I didn't even know he was directing the videos back then. I thought it was just him. I thought it was just a company called Classic Concepts, which was Lionel Martin, but I didn't know it was Lionel Martin and Ralph McDaniels. I thought it was just Lionel Martin, but they had a company called Classic Concepts. And every day you ran home to watch Video Music Box. You know, first time we heard Shout Out, we got to see, I didn't have cable growing up, you know, so this was on public TV, channel 31, then it was 25.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be U31 where you had to turn to U, then the 31. And just seeing that and then just like, damn, man, like he has all this footage. So I was like, yo, man, I wish I could get footage. So I bought the first video camera I bought was a big ass VCR tape in the camera. And this might have been like 1990. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might have been like my first camera, it was 1990. And I used to just document, you know, dudes in the hood knocking out crackheads and, you know, stuff like that. I used to film stuff like that. You know, just us to watch it back later. You know, one time we got on the train, we had like 40 guns on the train, we filming everything. Then I was like, yo, hold up. This tape in the wrong hands could get us in trouble. Then Menace to Society came out, and I was like, yo, the tape. So yeah, that's what really got me into just watching Ralph McDaniels. And then, you know, from that, then we started seeing Yo MTV Raps, and we started seeing all these rap shows. And I was like, yo, man, I wonder if I could do that. But this is what I started doing later on, what I thought of doing. I was nowhere near what I started doing, but I thought of doing it back then, but I didn't even know where to start. Mm-hmm. I was more into the music aspect, but I always filmed, always. I've always had a camera, always.
You ever thought about doing like a movie back then?
I I actually did. When I was young, I used to write plays, but the movie that I would do, I didn't know where to start as far as like script, actors. You know, we all think we could just go there and do improv, but it's a lot more to making a movie than, you know, just going there doing improv and stuff. So I never really thought about it from that aspect. I never thought about doing a documentary until I started seeing the Troy Reed documentaries, and it was like, oh, this is how you do a documentary. This is, you know, how you document it. But I don't know if y'all remember at one particular point when you was from the streets, you didn't get on camera or take pictures.
100%.
Yeah, that was the thing.
100%.
Yeah, it's like, yo, don't take no picture of me. Unless it was Easter,
Right.
unless you was on the deuce,
Yeah, 40 Deuce, yeah.
or unless y'all went out and took one of them club pictures. But we didn't just flick it up in the hood like that. Like, that was
Nah.
rare.
You was
It was
right
always
about
a
that.
special occasion. So it was a particular point, like when I first got my camera, and he was like, yo, get that camera off me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, why you taking my picture? Because that was the biggest thing used against you in the hood. You know, the D's used to ride around taking pictures. So it's a real different world now, seeing dudes always on the gram talking about criminal stuff. That's what took me so long to get on camera. I was like, nah, I don't want niggas to know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want it. That's what took me so long. So yeah, it was hard to get people, yo, let's do this. They're like, nah, don't take no flick of me. Don't put me on camera, because everybody was still semi-active at a point. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
nah,
You're
that camera-
100%.
That camera, you know, because remember the Polaroid, and we sit there fanning it. That's why a lot of pictures is so rare. That's why when you seen dudes on film, they would be heavy, they would be dipped, but that wouldn't have been no everyday thing. So a lot of dudes acting like they got up outside, and if they got up and got fly every day, that's cat. Dudes wasn't like that. That's cat. Oh, a lot of them pictures is special occasions, might have been a party, block party and all that. So that's why them pictures be scarce and rare. As you pull out that camera, niggas be like, yo, don't take no picture of me. Or you see niggas ducking or the camera, because that's how it used to be. But yeah.
So you've been around a long time, and like you talking about different facets of the video game. How do you feel right now with the podcasting going? Do you feel it's oversaturated? And how you feel about like rappers and celebrities now coming over to this space?
All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad that something that I thought of to do to document is actually the end thing. So that means I was right. That means I was innovative. That means when I started and niggas was like, what the fuck is you doing? That means that I was ahead of the curve. So that validates an idea that I had, right? Because I come from DVD. I knew it was gonna go digital, so I started doing the digital early, right? I started going live early. I started doing all these things early, back when people was like, yo, what are you doing? And I was like, yo, this is, you know, I'm always ahead of technology, right? So that validates my idea, because everybody's doing it now. And most of these niggas is doing it because they got to, right? Because you ain't selling no records, you ain't getting no deal, you're too old, too large, too flabby looking, too crazy. You cannot go in no office and get no budget. And none of these dudes is bossed up enough to put their own money up. So let's just keep it real with that. So that's why they doing the podcast, YouTube thing, because they know they're going to get a stipend every 28 days opposed to getting $40 maybe on a residual every quarter. So that's why they doing that, because it's fast money. Then everybody want to do, you know, with us black people, we see dudes got T-shirts down the way. They jinking, we like, yo, I'm getting T-shirts. You know, we just monkey see, monkey do. So for something that Nori started, that Joe Budden successful at, everybody thought they could do it. So that's the saturation going to come in, because there's only but so many stories that could be told. And I think dudes don't do it for cultural purposes. They do it for monetary purposes. And that's the wrong reason to do anything, because you got to put in the work and the money's going to come. Now they're trying to secure the money to do it. So that's what oversaturates it. And I feel like if you are artist and you know you got these little dudes or even some of these old dumb dudes who's trying to be in a culture that you already was in, where's the knowledge that you giving? How come none of these artists are talking about their first record deal, how they got beat, how they got jerked for their publishing, how they doing it scarcely, but they want to sit around and play grab ass with each other and now tell stories and all that. And I'm really not interested in none of that because I'm going to keep it real and I don't want to be arrogant. But most of the stories that's being told, I already documented. I can show, like most of these stories they telling, I can say, yo, that's from my interview. That's from my interview. This story's from my interview. So new information got to come out from it. And we can't, these dudes can't be telling these 20, 30-year-old stories like you still in your heyday. Like that shit is, it's up for you. You pop that. Because when I started doing this, right, dudes was mad at me. And y'all, I'm glad that I'm talking to y'all, especially with the recent events that y'all went through, right? Mm-hmm. Dudes used to get mad at me for documenting certain things, for getting people testimony, right? So say I interview you, Don, you got a gripe with another homie, but I know both of y'all, right? But Don can't get on big platforms because homie is a little bit higher in stature, so he could go to the Flex, the Angies, the K-Slays and all that. You can't go to nobody, although you a cool dude, but these people don't rock with you. So you come to me, yo, bro, this happened. I'm like, oh, word, all right, let's do content. Boom, that wasn't the words of time, but like, yo, let's do an interview. So I do an interview. So homie over here get mad at me, like, yo, why you interviewing him? Yo, he talk bad about me. So you mad at me, but he not even mad at you. He mad at me because I gave you a platform.
Ain't that so?
Well, all these niggas is going to find out. Y'all running your mouth, y'all telling these stories. All y'all going to be doing is making niggas mad. And dudes going to be wanting to bust your chops and get mad at you. And a lot of relationships is going to get ruined from your stories. So it justifies what I've been doing for 19 years because all y'all niggas want to be me now. So with y'all, all these niggas that was mad at me for doing interviews, they got to come back and apologize and say, now I know what it feels like to sit on the other side of the camera. And all I did was let somebody talk. I didn't egg nothing on. I wasn't like, word, and you slapped them. Yo, when you robbed them, tell them about I don't do none of that stuff. So all is going to happen. That's why they going through what they're going through now. That's why 50 was so mad at them dudes for commenting on the culture of his documentary. I'm glad that happened to them. Yo, I'm so glad that happened to them. I said, see, now they're going to see how I've been feeling for 19 years. So if it was ever a time they was mad at me for documenting the culture or having an opinion on the culture, now they see what I've been going through. So I love it. I want some of these dudes to fight. I want them to diss each other. I want them to, because this is what I've been going through for 19 years. I got some dudes who still mad at me from interviews from 10. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not one of them dudes who mad at me because can't nobody whoop my ass. Ain't nobody gonna whoop my ass. And I'm going to do and say what I want. What I don't do is personal. But if it's something that you put out there that's considered to be art, we all got the right to criticize the art. Correct. Always. Because you put your art out there for the people. Well, I don't like it. Oh, I love it. So now we in a day and times where we already passed like and dislike. It's either you glazing or you hating. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I'd rather be a hater than a glazer. You know what I'm saying? Correct. So we can't even talk about what we like, because if we like something too much, oh, you glazing, why you glazing? Which I don't know where a lot of this internet lingo come from, because I never heard no man talk to each other like that. But then you don't like something, you a hater. So again, I'm glad all these dudes is doing podcasts, because I know they all going to weed themselves out. They all going to cancel each other out. Once they realize they don't get certain bags, once they realize you got to dedicate yourself to it, they ain't going to do it for long. So,
but you're right, Doggie. I ain't going to cut you off, because I definitely used to see they used to get at you guys who've been doing this for a while, like yourself, and Wrecking them. They used to be like YouTubers, like all the same guys who got podcasts now. These about YouTubers and be kind of like dismissive. Now everybody named mother has a YouTube now. That's crazy. And
the funniest thing,
you
bro,
19 years in, we 8 years in. So we got some of it. We kind of like old school compared to these niggas, right? You got a lot of it recently.
You the golfer. Like, yeah, you. I was like, dope. But you know what though? I was so happy that happened for you.
Yeah.
right? Because although the conversation could be capped, but always take that as an alley-oop. Always take that as an alley-oop. See, because when you got your own platform, you control your narrative. When Birdman did what he did on Breakfast Club, that was their moment.
Correct. You're right.
You got a moment, bro. Don't ever look at that as something bad for you. No, that happened on your platform, on your channel. If you monetized it, how did you lose?
Exactly. That's right.
I let dudes say what they want. I know that I walk around untouched. Come on, man. Say what you want. No, do all of that bozo monkey shit. It don't even bother me because at the end of the day, I'm gonna monetize this. You know what I'm saying? So somebody give me a moment, please. I needs me a moment. You know what I'm saying? I need me a moment. But you know, I was like, I'm like, these niggas won. Like, yo, you don't even know. I wanted to hit you like, yo, bro, you just got gold. Do you know what you just got? You know what I'm saying? Because think about the climate that we're in. Us being from where we from, we're trying to be preventive to the dudes that's up and coming. We're trying to be preventive to the old dudes that's just dumb, that act like they don't know no better. But nobody don't want that, man. Everybody wanna who went on who this, who's a rat, who's a snitch, who told, who got knocked out, who baby moms got smashed. It's what the culture want. And as you try to pull away from it because you've been living in it for so long that you're like, yo, I'm tired of this. You have people who's living vicariously through us because they're not from the city. It's a lot of viewers. It's more of them than it is us. Right? So they love the story as somebody said they hustled before. You know, some of these people that watch us never saw crack. They never sold crack. They don't know nothing about the city. They don't know nothing about getting on the iron horse. They don't know nothing about that. And it's more of them than it is of us. So as we tired of the town and yo, come on, Harlem, Brooklyn, they never saw that before. So they live through our stories. They live through that. But we not on that vibration of broadcasting and you know, bringing that to the forefront. We trying to tell people, yo, I'm tired of that. They like, I never got a dose of it. Give me more. You know what I'm saying? So for those who provide the jail stories and all that, they eat all that up. You know, so they love, you know, when you got the moment of you got balked on, right? Because think about this, right? Somebody said to me on the other day on the internet something about Mano, and they was like, Troy Ave heard Mano. And I was like, yo, everybody get heard on the internet, right? Everybody, yo, you a post away from everybody calling you a bozo now. They don't even know you. Just because somebody popular or familiar said you a bozo, that just makes you a bozo because somebody popular said it, not because you are. Because how many men is really going to stand in another man's face and say, yo, you a bozo? Only on the internet. I never even got called a bozo on my face.
100%.
I never got a right stand. I never got none of that. That's all internet. And I understand the internet. I've been doing it for a long time. But go ahead, I could talk.
Check this out, Dougie. So, being that you said it, I just, you know, I'm gonna touch on a few things that you know happened recently, and a lot of this has a lot of similarities that happened with Camron and Doc, my partner. Right? It's like, you know, Cam was going ballistic, you know, on the internet and talking loud and talking crazy on the internet, and Doc was just chilling, you know, smiling, being his regular self, and people, the critics, talking about, why you let him talk to you like that? Yo, this night he got out on you. But like, he ain't do that in front of him. He didn't do that on the block. He did that on the live screen. You know what I'm saying? So you find a lot of that stuff going on with different people that's podcasters nowadays. And a lot of this stuff is going on with the rapper guys, because you just said something as well. It's like a lot of stories that they telling are other people. When they rapping about other people's stories. They're not rapping about, they never did all that. They rapping about other people in the hood. But now that they come on a podcast, now they telling stories about other people in the hood because they wasn't about that life. They ain't got no street cred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what, bro? You know, I never wanted to be in the streets. I don't even know why people like that. I don't even know why people glorify that. I never wanted to be in the street. I never wanted to be a part of nothing. When I was younger, I loved video games and I love wrestling. Like I love video games and I love wrestling. And let me tell you something, I had it right because two of the biggest billion-dollar industries is video games and wrestling.
100%.
But I left the video game thing and the wrestling thing to prove to my environment that I wasn't going to be no mook. Because what real dude is in the crib watching niggas in tights fighting? What real dude is playing the game all day? Now you got gamers who make 6-7 figures a year, right? So I got tricked out of my position. I was ahead of the curve. This is what I'm saying. This is cautionary tale for people to stay your course. Don't fall victim to what's going on. But me growing up in BK in the 90s, it was up every day. It's up every day. If you wasn't a part of it, you witnessed it. You could be going to the store. Somebody just got stabbed in the store. Going to the store. Where I'm from, dudes getting their pockets ripped off. Dudes digging pockets. They just robbed somebody on the train. I don't know what y'all do remember. Remember, in New York City, we had multiple police forces. We had housing, we had transit, and then we had the blue and white, then we had D's. They were all separate. They wasn't the same at one point. So you could do something and hit the train station. You get away. You could do something and hit the projects. The regular police couldn't chase you in there. Then they joined forces and became one. So I'm saying all that to say, I didn't even want to do some of the stuff that I ended up getting involved in, but I was a product of what was going on. And sometimes we get drug into either you're going to be a predator or you're going to be the prey, right? And that's why a lot of dudes, I say, yo, he never really been through nothing. He not about that because he's still trying to prove he tough at 50 years old. He's still trying to get validation from the streets. And if you really did it, you already know what it's hitting for. Like, you come on, what man can validate you? Can't no man validate you. Can't nothing validate you if you ain't already do it. Because if you didn't already do it by a certain age, you don't need to do it. That means you escape. You escape prison, you escape gunshots, you escape stabbings, you still here to tell a tale. So when I see people regressing back to, because we outside, we outside, I'm like, so is stray cats outside. Like, so is homeless people. Like, what's outside if you really, really get into some money? That means you live in a decent place, you drive a decent car, you got a couple of dollars in your pocket. What would make you leave all of these things that you so-called work hard for to go outside and do what? Even being able to say, I could stand outside amongst the crooks and the killers, mean what? What does it mean? It don't even mean nothing. So, you was outside playing grab ass and y'all was having a sausage party and y'all drank a fifth of Henny together. What does that mean? It don't even mean nothing no more. Not in the real world, because I could not have went to the Benz dealer and said, I'll be outside. No, I had to get that credit score together. You understand what I'm saying? I had to get that credit score. To do all of these bells and whistles, you don't learn this outside.
Nah.
You're right.
You don't learn this outside, and this is my real estate. This is my digital real estate. This is my intellectual property. You don't get that being outside. So as dudes was outside, playing games, smoking, drinking, chasing blocks, I was in the crib just learning. So that's what I want to tell the dudes. Stay your course. Sometimes you don't want to do, I ain't rocking with y'all. Y'all want some other stuff. It is okay to do that. It's okay to say, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna be over here. That don't make you ass. That don't make you a sucker. That make you smart. Because all the people who try to prove they not a sucker, they start overcompensating. And it's two places that they always make room for you that's never crowded. My grandmother told me, two places that's never crowded for you.
Even the prison.
Jail and the morgue.
That's right.
They will stack your body on top of somebody else in the jail or the morgue. So don't ever think there's no room for you. But you could always create your own. And that's what I always been on. Like, who am I? What do I want to do? I don't listen to what another man do. I could walk in a room, y'all all could be smoking. I don't smoke. Y'all all could be drinking. I don't drink. And can't nobody in this room make me do it. I don't even eat past a certain time. I don't care if y'all eating. I'm going to walk in any room as me. I'm not going to walk and conform to the room. I'm going to make the room conform to me. I'm going to make you say, yo, he don't smoke. You know, let's blow the smoke out, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we still trying to fit in with stuff that have been destructive to us as a society, personal. All of us got trauma, whether it was prison, whether you found your homie under a sheet, whether you have a parent had a parent with substance abuse, all types of stuff that we glorify. For what? What's the reward?
But you right, Doggy, in the perfect segment for this that had been trending. It's called "Fuck the Streets." The guys in Atlanta is a big thing with all the guys, the rappers in Atlanta. 21 Savage started it, and a lot of guys. Some guys is for the "Fuck the Streets." Then you got guys like Boosie sitting there saying, Boosie, Albial, and a couple guys against it. Where do you stand? You've been in the game for so long, and we definitely want to go more into your story. I got a couple more questions I want to ask you. But where do you stand on how you feel about "Fuck the Streets" with these rappers, and how you feel particular about the rappers saying it?
Well, first of all, a lot of these rappers are just that. You just a rapper, right? A lot of these niggas ain't been in the streets for the last 10, 15 years. They know that they feel agendas to perpetuate the street shit because that's the only way you could eat, because the minute you say something about the other or another, your ass is gone. Say something about some of these other people. Say you sold crack and went to a white town and locked it down and sold the whole town, got the whole town hooked on fentanyl or coke. Your ass is gone. So black murder is okay. It's okay. You know, think about this, right? Because I know we on YouTube, so I'm not going to say certain things within the terms of service because I know how they do. But when you want to body an N-word, that's fine. Say another derogatory name you want to body. You out of here that day. Say anybody else. So I've been on that F the streets because I'm really, really from that. Yo, I was tired of it. I was tired of the niggas in front of the store 7 in the morning with red cups, harassing every woman, harassing the little kids. I was tired of dudes taking their kids to school, smelling like weed, smelling like yesterday. I was tired of all of that because there's no future in a lot of that. But what do I do about that? What I did when I was in my neighborhood, we started a youth group. Every Friday we would have kids. Yo, leave your kids with us. We teaching them Black history. We teaching them their history. We teaching them social skills. We taking them on trips. No 501c3. No donations, just out of our pocket. I got it documented. So for a rapper to say F the streets, you can't mess something up and then say, fuck it. That's equivalent to me going in that room over there, pissing in the room, writing on the walls, and then say, man, F this room. I gotta clean it up. I can say F it after I clean it up, but I can't mess it up and then say F it. So if you're gonna say F it, put in a little bit of effort and help clean it up. Because now what you gonna rap about? You still gonna be rapping about drinking, smoking, drugging, thugging, having all types of deviant sex? Because that's the streets. That's what you help add on to. So now you're gonna start rapping about, you're gonna become a gospel rapper, a Christian rapper. So you can't say F something that made you rich, amass riches, help produce a ideology and a lifestyle, and then now you like F the streets. No, you can't do that like that, because you don't even have to say F the streets if you just change and just start showing them something different.
So because you feel they should just change instead of saying it, lead by example?
I mean, that's with anything. Again, I'll give you the analogy again. My extra room over there. If I go in that room and piss on the wall, disrespect this room, spill stuff everywhere, throw stuff everywhere, I can't say F the room, because the room is going to start smelling like piss. The room is going to have stuff everywhere, right? I can't say F the room. I got to go clean it up. I got to clean it up because regardless to what, when you added on and perpetuated something so long, you created an environment that people thought was cool because you made it out of there, right? But you're still talking about it as if you're there. So people start wanting to live vicariously like through you or wanting to aspire to be like you and say, yo, he made it. He sell 20 bricks. You know, he just that and the third. Yo, he's a part of this set. He's a part of that. And people be acting like they actively a part of that. Yo, dudes be living in mansions, gated communities, sending their kids to college and all that stuff like that, you know, because despite the popular belief, I'm the one who said Jeezy told your kids to trap or die and send his kids to college. That come from me. It was bitten and a lot of people were regurgitating that, but I got a whole video where I said that first in 2015. You know what I'm saying? So again, you cannot add on to something negatively and then say F it because it got to get cleaned up. So how do you clean it up? How do you start changing your ways and actions and deeds to where people say, yo, he really ain't with that street stuff no more. Look what he doing. Because think about Nino Brown, right? Who was a snitch, first and foremost, right? But people idolize Nino Brown, but he was a snitch. But they don't idolize snitches, whatever. He messed up the Carter and gave out turkeys. If he didn't mess up the Carter, maybe people would have had the money to buy their own turkeys. But he's looked at as a neighborhood hero that's giving out stuff, although he messed up the community. What if he didn't mess up the community? So we have people who act like they the healers when you were more of a herder than a healer. So it's easy to say F the streets, oh, the street things and this, that, and the third. And really, I'm going to be real with you, and this is my assessment. It's not 100% accurate, but this is what I think. A lot of dudes are saying F the streets because they want to justify their future behaviors. They want to justify working with people who they call rats before. And it might be paperwork on a lot of dudes. So they'll say, I don't care about that street stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
To justify their future actions because, let's be honest, the Atlanta hip-hop scene ain't what it used to be based off what happened with YSL and Gunna. 21 Savage is not in demand like he was at one point, even with the Drake pack, right? Still ain't hit on nothing. So they're like, damn, we in a crisis right now. We calling everybody rats. We calling everybody snitches. But the snitch and the rat, which was Gunna, did better than everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So we might have to patch this up with Gunna and show unity to get back popping again. So how could we do that? We can't say we forgive him. We got to denounce the lifestyle. So that makes what he did okay.
Great breakdown. Great breakdown.
Yeah, right.
Great
So that's what
breakdown.
when we denounce the lifestyle and we don't care about it no more, that's going to justify us working with him again. Because the streets and the mentality and calling people rats and putting people in a position where they might have to rat, that destroyed us. I'm traumatized. Nah, I'm not jacking it. Like I said, we from the town. You can't fast talk us and we be like, yeah, that makes sense. No, it don't. We New York City. You cannot fast talk nobody from New York. You cannot say nothing and we be like, yeah, that's deep. Nope, we from the town of consciousness, especially Harlem. So that's why they doing that. All of them are down bad. They're not selling. They don't have no other way to get that groove back or to get that. And Gunna outsold them. Gunna done lost a lot of weight. He done transformed himself and people showing they rocking with the rat.
Yeah, he doing a lot of collabs with people and stuff like that.
They rocking,
You know
they
what I'm
rocking with the rat.
Yep.
But you know what you said, Doggy? That makes sense. And it might have went over some people's head. And see, because one of the rappers, I can't remember, one of them said they want to get Atlanta back. See, Atlanta really blew up because they was together. It was
right.
That's what really the origin of Atlanta. They was together. They stuck together. That was their big thing. And so, like you said something critical when you said they started all this rat stuff and it kind of divided their city. So I can't remember what rapper said it, but they's like, yo, we had to get shit back together where we all was one. Like you said, they not popping now, and now and you said Gunna was the only one sold, and now they feel getting back, that's justified them all getting back together because a
With Gunna.
couple of them got snitch tags on their name. Even the guy QC, the owner
QCP.
yeah,
Yeah, he
QC.
got stuff on his name.
He got
we heard
straight.
Young Thug
Young Thug.
say, yo, take my number. I tell you whatever you want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, bro, and I want to say this is very, very important when we dealing with snitches and rat. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a criminal. I don't commit crimes. Everything that I do is legit. I don't even piss on the street. You know what I'm saying? The only crime that I might ever get is a simple assault for busting somebody in their mouth who deserved to get bust. And I'll go do my 30 days and pay you your money and that's it. But other than that, when I look at a lot of these guys, one of the things that they don't tell their homies, even the young dudes behind them, is that when we dealing with these entities, these alphabet boys, they are trained professionals in trickery. They work every day. We watch the first 48. They work every day on breaking people, whether it is through coercion, whether it is through starvation, whether it is through making you believe they can help you and look out for you. They are trained professionals. Unfortunately, a lot of our peers are uneducated, brilliant guys, but they are not built to deal with these people who are psychologically advanced in breaking you. Some dudes have vices so bad that they gotta eat pills all day or they'll get sick.
Yeah.
So they'll starve you out. You be in the precinct, because you know a lot of times they got like 72 hours to hold you in the precinct talking to you. So dude in there with the shakes, dudes having seizures, dudes having withdrawal, all of that. Some of these dudes is like, yo, I'll tell you whatever you need to know, but I'm hungry. I gotta pee. They're not ready for that psychological warfare that these trained professionals are going to bring to you. They think they strong, they write YOLO, they write all these little things. No, these are trained professionals. So when you sit before them, the deception in the words, the deception in the trickery of how they tell you what time you looking at, they don't even know a lot of this stuff. But now you're believing them. So you done told something that they be like, we ain't gonna tell that you told. You on tape, video, you on cassette tape, and you done signed a statement. That's all admissible, because the first thing you do when you get there, am I under arrest? No, well, I don't want to say nothing. I need a lawyer, because at the end of the day, I'm not dealing with this. I could do it, but some of y'all are not built to play the psychological warfare with trained professionals. Get somebody who is a trained professional that's used to sparring with them. Ask for a lawyer. When you get arrested, you're not going home. Just know you're not going home. So the best thing for you to do, lawyer up. I ain't got nothing to say. Can't help you with nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want a lawyer. I ain't got nothing to say. So if they got cause to arrest you, you getting arrested. Wait till you talk to your lawyer. So I don't think that they tell them that, because they broke Young Thug, they broke Gunna, 21 Savage has some type of visa thing that he's on, because he has some cases too.
Yeah, the dude Woody.
Yeah, well, they got Woody. And these are, MDK, unalive or death killers, right? So these are dudes who's supposed to be psychologically strong. If they got broken, what you think they're going to do to you? And I'm telling you, they're going to work on you. These folks don't play fair. One guy going to come in and be like, yo, just tell me what happened. I know it ain't your fault. I know you not the ringleader, but yo, you looking at 70 years. How old are you? 19, bro. You want to get out when you 89? Yo, they lying to you. But
Yeah,
again,
they're not the judge.
they're not the judge. They're not even the DA.
Yeah, they just.
You understand what I'm saying? They're not even the DA. Nobody can help you but your lawyer. And sometimes in the beginning, unless you have somebody on retainer, you're going to get somebody court appointed that's paid by the government. So the DA is paid by the government. And the legal wage is paid by the government. So how do you win in that situation? You know what I'm saying? So that's just homies sparring about how, so yo, don't say nothing. If you did something you know you ain't got no business doing, you cannot talk your way out of it. You're only going to talk your way into it. So I just tell everybody, listen, don't say nothing. Unless you don't care. If you feel like, yo, I'm telling everything, that's on you. That's what you got to wear. I tell everybody else, yo, don't say nothing. You're dealing with trained professionals who's here. The expertise is trickery. And the main thing, Don and Doc, is prevention. Just don't do it. It's cool to be in the crib, bro. It's cool to stay away from that. Yo, I got a PlayStation 5. I got an Xbox One. This is a $28 computer. I got an MPC 37. I got I sold my Renaissance. I got a native instrument machine. I got a MacBook Pro that was $4,000. I got a Lenovo Go. I got Meta glasses. Yo, it's cool being in the crib. It's so much fun.
When you set it up the right way, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm set up. Look at this. I'm set, yo, bro, I did this.
I tell dudes all the time, man. You know, a lot of dudes is in the street, right? Because one, they not happy at home, or home is not interesting enough for them. You set up it's many a times that I thought about going outside, but I ain't really had nothing to do. So I said, what? I'm gonna stay in the house. Because my crib is set up. I got everything I need, everything I want to mess with. I'm comfortable at home. You know what I'm saying? So the way you got your crib set up with all the gadgets and all the stuff that you like to do, you say you're learning this, you're creating that. You know, why be in the streets when you could be doing that, enjoying yourself?
And at the end of it all, the streets only take. Streets don't give. It only takes.
Only take. That's true.
The same block that you love.
That shit only takes.
Will have your blood running, and the firemen, after they do their crime scene investigation, the firemen gonna come wash your blood right off that street. They gonna put candles down for you. Somebody gonna pipe your girl. If your daughter's of age, she getting piped too. Your mom, niggas gonna wanna know what happened to your chains. As you laying on the ground, dudes gonna rummage your pockets.
Doggie, we got a caller for you. A caller wanna talk to you, Doggie.
Okay, go ahead.
Caller, you on the beat 139, Doggie Diamonds.
Yo, it's Cash. Yo, what up, CB? Yo, what's good, man?
What's good? You online with Doggie Diamonds?
Yo, Doggie, what's good? Yo, it's Claudie B. I just want to say what's good, man. Your family right now.
Yeah, you got a question for Doggie?
Nah, I just want to show some support, some love for him, yo.
Oh, okay.
You said that's Claudie B?
Yeah.
Claudie B, yo, Doggie, what up?
Yo, DM me, man. I was looking for your number one day. I promise.
Yo, Doggie, yo, that's Cash. That's my brother, man.
Oh, so still standing CB is still your
That's
thing?
me. Yeah, that's me. You know, still standing in the shit. You know what I mean? But
that's what I said. Still standing CB is still your gram.
Still standing CB is on the gram.
Yo, DM me, please. Your number. DM me, please.
Yeah, I'm hit you up. Yo, Keith Cash, that's my brother. I just let you know. That's why I say you with family, man.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm with Harlem right now. I'm in Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn and Harlem, we connect always.
And that's what I was saying. Like you always been. You know what I'm saying? We going back to 17th. Using my crib, Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like let's keep it official. Right.
And it's in the single digits, 2000s. Now we didn't even hit the 10s yet. We was in the single digits.
Facts. You know what I mean? Yo, that's what's up, man. I'm so happy, man. You doing your thing, man. You know what I mean? It's just like nothing stopping you. You know what I mean? And I seen the growth. I seen everything. You know what I mean?
Yo, so some of you, I think even
you already know.
I think back then I used to tell some of y'all what I was going to do.
You did.
You did. Yeah, I used to be like, yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And you know, and this is important for anybody that's watching, yo, I've been through hell, man. Like I really, really been through hell. I really been through some turbulent times. This wasn't always great for me, you know. But perseverance, believing in yourself, and just staying grounded. Sometimes you don't even have a good support system. Sometimes nobody around you believe in you. But you gotta believe in you, and you gotta know what you're willing to endure to get where you're gonna get. And that's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a testament. Like again, I always say this because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do a lot of stuff that people do to get through that, right? We deal with a lot of pain, especially dealing with this entertainment culture. All of us was around bird niggas before. All of us was a part of bird nigga crews. All of us was around bozos that went on to do something different. But that never deterred me from being who I am because I knew my mind, I knew what I was gonna do, I knew what I wanted to do. So I just stuck to me. You know what I'm saying? So I fall back. I never fall off. I fall back and I'll be like, yo, I'm about to do this, and do that, and stick to it. So anybody that's in the crew right now, it might be 8 of y'all right now. Yo, in the end, it might only be 2 of y'all. Or in the end, you might be for Dolo. But you gotta be in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in it to win it. And you gotta stay down. You gotta stay down with yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. And always work on your craft. Always work on your craft. You know, some of your homies gonna make it to millionaires. Some of your homies gonna be in the hood smoking crack. Like, this is just real. Some of your homies gonna be in jail forever. Some of your homies gonna get laid down. It just is what it is. But make sure you take care of you because, like I said, the streets don't give. It only take. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was ever lined up by an enemy. Nobody was ever lined up by an enemy. It was always one of your homeboys. So, you know, watch your surroundings too and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell people too. So watch your surroundings, pay attention, and stick to what you got to be in it to win it. That's one thing about me. I don't listen. I don't know what no mean as far as people telling me. I don't know what limitations are. And it's higher heights. There's more levels for me to go up. So I be happy every day. I'm like, oh, nah, today I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I could do whatever I want. I don't got no boss. I don't got nobody telling me no. I don't need nobody to send me no graphics. I don't need nobody to do nothing because I will really sit here and learn all this shit. And that's what I do. I learn. I know how to
that's what
film,
you did. You know what I mean? Yeah, you
Yep.
did that. And because you said that, and you like, you know what I mean? You
Yep.
studied the growth of what of the change. When shit changed, you know what I'm saying? You got with it. You ain't
was
just, you
already
know what I'm
there.
saying, drift off. You study shit, you know what I mean? And you got to
Yep.
it. That's why you can see why I look a little different than a lot of other shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you rooted, you know what I mean? So yeah, we got it.
Right. And this is for me, you know, when I did my episode of Drink Champs, right? And Nori told everybody there would be no Drink Champs if it wasn't for you. Because you set the precedent and the blueprint of what it is that I needed to do. And a lot of these dudes, they won't admit it publicly, but they DM me private, you know, because we get a lot of private praise, but public, I don't really rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm used to it. It's the culture, and I don't need validation from no man. I got a big family. It's a lot of us. So somebody that's not my kin, that I ain't grow with, I don't need nobody to shout me out. I'm just being real to you. I'm not one of them dudes like, yo, they didn't shout me out. They left me out. So when sometimes you see these lists and all that, I don't be on none of these lists. But yo, my jersey was raised 15 years ago. My jersey been up there already. So who could really validate me? And Ralph McDaniels told me, yo, I love what you do for the culture. Who bigger than Ralph? You know what I'm saying? Ralph McDaniels started all of this, truthfully, as far as urban media. And so I be in a good space. I don't care who get more views, who got more subscribers, who got all of that. Because you know one thing that they don't have? Nobody calls them a legend.
That's true.
Nobody calls these guys legends. If they left tomorrow, they didn't leave you with nothing. You cannot go anywhere on the internet and not see some content that I did from 10 years ago. You can't even look at nothing with Max B without going to that's my interview, that's me. So when you look, she loved me not. Yo, that's me. That's what I put to the culture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that to anybody who's busting their ass and feel like they not getting their just due. Nah, everybody looking. Just stay the course. Shout out to my bro, Cormega, who told me one day, bro, just stay the course. Charlemagne the God told me, yo, everybody is looking. My man, Gav, Foxy Brown brother told me, yo, bro, we looking at everything. Just keep doing what you're doing.
But you have a network. Like I think that overshadowed a lot of people because you was the West Coast guys is under you, right? I mean, they was
Yeah, the Gangster Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles.
That's my partner.
That's on your I think that's didn't get highlighted enough because when I saw it, I said, "Damn, he doing big things." Like
But you gotta be quiet sometimes, bro, because when you talk too much, you give people something to hate on. When a nigga don't know, a nigga go in your restaurant and eat every day till you find out you own it. Right. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta stay low and keep firing. Again, being loud is seeking validation. I don't even know, I know what it is. I know what my checks say. I know what my bank account look like. I know what I drive. I'm not trying to recruit no women. And I damn sure don't want niggas to think I'm cute. So what do I want to say anything for? I'm chilling. You know what? The people I love, I'm able to take care of them. Family. I grew up with no mother. My mother died when I was 2. By the time I was 8 years old, my father was full-blown custody. I slept on couches growing up. I never really had a place to call my own. I got my own crib. I drive a foreign. My bank account is healthy. I cannot complain about nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Because this game has been good to me as far as the knowledge that I acquired and applied it. I can't complain. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody to know, oh, he do this and do that. Yo, if you know, you know. I ain't even gonna tell you. Because if you don't got nothing to hate on, if I'm quiet, you ain't got nothing to hate on. You know, right now, if I go pull out all my jewelry, there's gonna be niggas like, this shit fake. You know what I'm saying? So what do I care? Like, you know, because once we start worried about what other men say, that man controls you. And one of the things that most people try to do to you the most is break your confidence. When you're a confident individual and you just know if you put the work out, what they say, crack gonna sell itself. That's how we grew up. The good work gonna sell itself. You don't have to speak for the work. They just gotta know you got it. So that's why y'all gonna keep going up. Why? Because y'all consistent. You understand what I'm saying? Consistency is gonna be everything. 19 years. Yeah, it is a lot of guys. You got the rappers with podcasts now, talking about how they gonna sign each other, trying to gatekeep podcasts. You can't gatekeep the internet. So cut it out.
That's crazy.
That's what I was gonna
And
ask
you're
you.
not a boss.
That's crazy.
You're not a boss because you didn't put your own money up. No Dame Dash, but I'm just saying, you didn't take the risks that it take to do this. Your company is owned by somebody and you just a moving part, right? So when you see this show and you find out Rock Nation own that, of course they're gonna come out the gate with the ads and the sponsors because Rock Nation want their ROI. Me, I can really say and do what I want. Yo, I could go live 10 times today. I could put out 50,000. Yo, I'm in here finding hard drives I got with interviews with Scarface on it. I got still my DV tapes. This say RZA. I never put some of this content out. Say RZA. I found an interview I did with Rest in Peace, Lord Superb, where he played, you know, he's Woodrow the crackhead on Supreme Clientele album. That's him. He did it. I remember he did it for me. He did Woodrow. You understand what I'm saying? I done interviewed Nipsey Hussle, Chinks, Prodigy, so many people who are no longer here with us physically. I got content with all of them. So again, yo, I be feeling so good. And sometimes I watch the show too, because I'm a fan. So I watch y'all sometimes when we got the time, because it is a lot of content to consume. You know what I'm saying? So it is oversaturated. It is a lot. So now you got to pick and choose what you like. So as you driving down the highway and you see Chick-fil-A and Burger King, and it's so much food, sometimes you ain't hungry. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to get a good plate. So that's where we at now with content. I don't even watch a lot of these niggas. I'm just be real with you. I don't watch a lot of these niggas. Why? Because a lot of their interviews suck. A lot of these niggas can't do interviews. They interview and they talking to their friends, but they're not extracting no new information, right? It's regurgitated information that was said on a press run. I don't even do press run interviews. Yo, I got an album coming out. I don't care what you got going on. I want to talk to you about you. But when dudes got an album coming out, now they want to talk about the album, where you see yourself in 5 years. You'll have niggas like Fat Joe who will lie for an hour that they implemented. They implemented it in the show. He lied so much. You understand what I'm saying? They implemented it in the show. So I just be sitting back like, because one thing that we have to understand, what do the audience want? And I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and I'm gonna ask the audience. And the audience, I want y'all to put it in the chat, or put it after the video goes off. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell to get all notifications, hit all or personalized, because you can get the notification that could go directly to your phone or your email or both. And hitting the like and leaving a comment is important. Even if you just say, I'm just here to support, because that helps the algorithm and it shows YouTube that this channel and this particular video or any other video is getting engagement. Engagement is important. Don't just sit there and watch it. Say something. Exactly. It is important to leave something in those comments, because it shows YouTube not only did people like it, they spoke on it. And then hit the share button too. Many of you have X, aka Twitter. All of y'all got Facebook. That button is free. It don't cost you nothing to hit that button. So please, if y'all want grassroots media, you want independent media, you want it to where these guys can interview what they want, say what they want, do what they want, because all these other platforms are under a script. We're not scripted, right? So you got situations now where you could watch dudes cap for an hour, and you know it's cap. You know it's cap. But the lie is okay as long as it's entertaining.
You so right.
100%.
That people do that for the trigger the algorithm. They know like I'm gonna say something to get these numbers up.
Yeah.
Because now, and the worst thing that hurt the culture, in my opinion, was paid interview.
Oh my God, we talk about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
People
that.
paying people to do interviews, because now, if I pay you to do an interview, you're gonna have to say something salacious to get these numbers back. So that's what produced the Jaguar Wrights and other people that be saying shit, and you be like,
Charleston White, yeah.
yeah, you lying. I got a Charleston, I ain't pay him though. Charleston White was signed to me at one point though.
Wow. See, people don't
So
know
did
that.
Math Hoffa.
Wow.
Charleston and Math Hopper?
Charleston and Math Hoffa.
I ain't gonna
was
lie,
both
you
signed.
have a lot of people that see. I was definitely want you to get. You probably could get back to it, but I don't know if you want to talk about it. But I want to talk about your network with the West Coast guys. It seems like you don't really want to get into that.
Oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying, like, and let me tell you why it's real. I'm from Brooklyn, a staple in Brooklyn. Grew up. Big got me by a few years, maybe 3 to 4 years. But grew up, I could show y'all little Kim telling the world, yo, we started in his crib. The first time I rapped was in his house. I was 15. I still got the mic. Where's the microphone that they recorded? It's around here somewhere. That Biggie, I recorded Warning. You know what I'm saying? Like in my crib. So the reason why the West Coast thing was important, because my partner, who became my partner still, he hit me one day, right? Through DM. I don't know this guy from nowhere. This 2016. He said, yo, I seen your podcast. I like what you do, man. I want to start a podcast network. But I know you probably already got a situation, but could you help me get podcasts? And I was like, actually, I don't have a situation. He said, how you don't? You not signed to nobody? I said, nah. He said, how? I said, yo, bro, I don't know. He said, well, if I do a network, would you sign with it? Yeah, let's do it. Then he hit me back and said, yo, I can't sign you, man. I can only partner with you. Like, I can't sign you. Like, you're not signable. You somebody that you partner with. So I said, damn, it took somebody from California to recognize my greatness. And I'm in the town. I'm in the town for real. Y'all done seen me out and about. I done pulled up on y'all. When I came to see y'all, how many people I had with me?
Dolo, you was by yourself.
100%.
I always walk around by myself. Always. And I took the iron. You understand what I'm saying? So all these other dudes that be running their mouth, you got an entourage, you can't go nowhere. I go anywhere, north, south, east, west for Dolo. right? Because anything I say or do, I'm going to stand on as a man. I ain't copping out to nobody. I ain't running from nobody. Whatever y'all want to do, I done got punched in my face before. I might get punched again. This shit, that's what life is about, right? So the way I'm like, yo, damn, West Coast dudes are showing me love. They excited about what I did and done. They want to hear some of my stories. I'm like, but I don't got niggas in my own town. I don't got none of their number. Right now, I could call the most hated nigga on the West Coast, Wack 100. Wack pick up the phone for me. Wack 100 never hit the plug for me. Wack 100 done put me in text groups with lawyers, with producers, everything. Yo, this is my bro, Doggy Diamonds. Whatever he need, look out for him. And I'm like, but everybody want me to hate him. And which I did erroneously in the beginning. He never hit the plug for me. What does he get out of helping me? He all the way on the West Coast. We never been in the same room. We never FaceTime. We've just spoke on the phone. But he's like, yo, I rock with you because you'll tell me what it is like it is. And I like that. I respect you for that. But I'm supposed to hate him because of what? I'm supposed to hate him because he's against New York. But nobody in New York ain't trying to make sure that my life changes for the better. And they know that I interviewed everybody from, and I rock with all of them. I interviewed Mano, Dave East, Fab, and Jim Jones. I interviewed Jadakiss, Fat Joe, Gilly the Kid, Joe Button, Nori. I interviewed all of them. Math Hoffa, everybody, Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder. Uncle Murder was my artist. Did y'all know that?
Nah.
12 years old coming to my crib. And that's my dude. I would never speak bad about him. That's my little bro. I'm always gonna, he never did me wrong. None of them did me wrong. But the fact of the matter is, they watch me in media. And I was interviewing all of them. So I would think, damn, dudes get a little position. They would say, yo, it's some bread, bro. You really put on for the culture. How could we get some money?
The same way the West Coast dudes did to you.
The same way the West Coast dude for me. I interviewed Nipsey, Glasses. I could call MC8. I could call AWACS right now. Yo, bro, what's up? It baffles me how dudes from 3,000 miles away respect my handle, respect what I added on to the culture. When I go out there, roll out the red carpet for me, but niggas in my own town now trying to compete with me, now trying to take me out, now trying not to pay attention or act like what I did ain't nothing. I can't, I fuck with the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I love New York, I love Brooklyn, but all this shit in New York is gentrified anyway, so we gotta stop capping like it's the same New York, because it ain't the same New York. Nah, they done ruin the rap scene, they done ruin the radio, it turned into strip club heaven. There's no place where you could do showcases, shows. Yeah. I'm glad that y'all got a facility that you're able to bring people through, because that's scarce. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else be gatekeeping, click, playing grab ass with each other, and his man mad at you behind something you did 32 years ago, so you're not good. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of, in the West Coast, I don't deal with no politics. I'm not from their town. I'm not from their land. I'm not affiliated with no street organization. So it's all love on the West Coast. You know, just being real. In New York, it don't be a lot of love. And I'm from that. I actually nurtured that. I helped that. I done showed up to video shoots. I done shot videos. Just look up on YouTube when y'all get a chance. Look up Directed by Doggy Diamonds and watch what's come up. It's going to blow your mind that I did all these videos for people too. I did Capadonna Winter Wars video. You know what I'm saying? One of the most historic verses in hip hop history. I shot a video for that. You know what I'm saying? So again, the West Coast, the South, you're gonna get love in other places. You know, they say, you know, your hometown never show you love, but I ain't gonna front. It bothers me that it's not unified in New York the way people out of town might think it is. Because none of these niggas like each other. Y'all know that.
I'm gonna hold your thought for 1 second. It's something you said, right? I remember when we started doing the podcast. So Vito, we go into a spot. Now, I'm starting to feel the way. I think that after this, we probably gonna have a meeting on this. And we do have to start holding people to the fire. We used to go out every Wednesday after the show. And I remember they tried to charge us. So Vito screamed on the dude, like, yo, we shouldn't have to pay for nothing. Because not only what we doing for the community with the media thing,
Right.
not counting the stuff we do as far as the community with the helping out with stuff. So I'm starting, even with these promoters, me and Ted went out the other day, and we paid, $40. Like, fuck, we paying $40 niggas we know and niggas we had on our platform. So this shit got to stop. And like I said, Vito screamed on the guy. But you know what's crazy? A rapper that's from New York would have walked right in. They wouldn't charge him nothing. He never did nothing for them. They could go anywhere in the city, don't have to pay a dime, and they're getting in with 30 dudes for free. But
so now,
here it is,
let me tell you how to break that. Y'all get y'all a little portable, retractable banner. We coming in here, and we just gonna raise this banner somewhere. We paid the 40, but now we paying for promo now. So we gonna grab one of them banners that go on the floor, and now this is the beat show now in here.
Yeah, we in the building.
We in the building.
Yeah.
It's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
Walk with it right in your arm.
You're right.
You know, so one thing about it, always try to find a way to barter and make it work for you. Because arguing with people will just write you off. It's like, okay, you $40? That ain't about nothing. But I'm gonna need to hang this banner up. I'm gonna need to retract this banner somewhere. Yo, you gonna have to give me a little corner so I might be able to get some content with somebody. Cause me, I'm content man, bro. I got portable content kits. I got a phone. I got lights. I got stuff where I just carry a bag. I get a podcast anywhere. I got DJI mics. I get a podcast anywhere. There's nothing that can stop me from getting content because content is king. So I say, yo, you know what? Okay, cool. I gotta pay. This gonna be worth something. I'm gonna make, if I paid $1 to get in here, I'm walking out with $5,000 worth of content.
That's facts.
That's how I carry it.
I like
You know,
that.
That's a good idea.
I definitely like
that's
that.
how I carry it. So yeah, I gotta pay? Me?
Yeah.
You making me? Okay, cool. I'm gonna make it worthwhile. Somehow, some way, I done got into that VIP room. Somehow, some way, I done got an interview with everybody because once you let me in the building, now I work this building. Just like I remember DJ Khaled and them and Rick Ross and them thought they was shooting a video in Brooklyn. They was in Williamsburg, which is back Brooklyn. Like we don't, you know. But I remember I gave my I told my cousin, if I call you, do not even answer the phone. Just come to North 4th. That's where I'm gonna be at. It's up. If I call you, just come. Do not answer the phone. Just come. I got a lot of content that day. I probably got like 15, 16 interviews. Because I told them, yo, if I can't get no content, y'all niggas can't shoot no video out here. I'm from this. This is my soil. Y'all niggas from, I don't know where y'all from. But this mine right here. This my town. I got Trick Daddy that day. I got Khaled. I got Fat Joe. I got Rick Ross. The Nicki Minaj interview where she's mirrored. I did that day. I did an interview with Trick Daddy. That's when he said he got 17 brothers. And I said, yo, nah, I'm going to get mine. And that's how you gotta, don't get mad. You just gotta find a way to make this work in your favor because it's not always gonna be favorable. Sometimes you might wanna go out, you supporting your homie. I'll give you $50, but how we gonna have to find a way to cross promo something, right? You gonna have to, the DJ gonna have to get on the mic and shout, we in the house. It gotta be something. It gotta be some type of trade-off.
Right.
That's a good jewel, though.
Branding is the most important thing. It's all about branding.
Every time.
Branding. The name being said over and over. Familiarize with the name, paraphernalia. That's all important. I don't care if y'all go in there, y'all got the hats. Everybody got the hat. We walked in uniform. So you have people like, who the hell is these dudes? Yo, they just pulled up a banner. Sat it in the middle of the floor. So everybody be looking, what's this? Then what I want to show y'all really quick, if I can, this is me when I do my live, right? This is a show I did last night. I got a QR code on the screen.
That's a church?
Everybody got 2 phones. Yeah, that's the church, because I was talking about this was last night's show. T.I. said this about church. And I did this. This is the artwork I did last night. And then I was asking people, do y'all go to church? So people were calling and talk about church. But look on my screen, I got a QR code. So they able to scan that. And when you scan the QR code, it goes to everything that I'm a part of. So always find a way to brand and make it work for you. Even in a situation where you have
Very good idea.
yeah, you get your QR codes. I have cards that I know how to put the QR code on the card. So when people be like, give me your number, I tap your phone with a card. And all my information go on your phone.
Yeah, I got that. Well, we got that too. But
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So what y'all doing is important. You're gonna get resistance. But persistence always gonna overcome resistance. You just gotta stay in it to win it and just keep innovating. Keep doing different things. Me, again, I'ma sit here. I'ma figure it out. If it's a money to get, I'm gonna get some of that money. If it's a nuclear bomb, only thing that's gonna be alive is me, roaches, and damn rats and mice. I'm a survivor in this because I was forced to be from my upbringing. So again, we gonna have the rappers coming in the culture, but y'all had one of the biggest rappers call in and so-called bomb on you, but he gave you content. You know what I would do with that? I would chop that up. I make 10 pieces out of that one piece. I would, every time you turn around, I have it on the Instagram. I make a shorts out of it. I clip 10 minutes of it. They would be getting sick of me. Like, damn, he milked this. Yup. And I made like $15,000-$16,000 off it. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, chopping it up. That's right.
Chop it up.
Yeah,
You can do that right in YouTube right now. You know that, right?
100%.
So you just go to clips and you clip it right in YouTube. Let me show y'all how to, hold on. Let me show y'all something real quick.
Check this out, Jay.
Yeah, he's dropping a lot of jewels. I really appreciate that, Doggie, because that's definitely big. Like you said, you got to get something out of it. Either like
Right.
a constant shout out from the DJ or banners up.
You
something.
talking about you
Like I said, we
clipping
have no problem paying it, but
clipping the
we
whole
just,
joint right on. You could clip it right on YouTube. Everything.
But
All right, let me show you something.
Yeah,
Share the screen with y'all. Y'all can see this, right?
yeah.
it's small, but we.
Now we see.
Yeah, all right. So look, this is my other channel, Doggy Diamonds Rewind. I did an interview with Mr. Marcus, right? So in here, you got clips. Create video clip. You see that? So you create draft and create a clip. Now, once I create the draft and create a clip, I start here. He could start here, right? I could start from here, in here, and that clip will upload to YouTube as a whole new video. All I gotta do is title it and name it. Right in YouTube. You don't have to upload nothing. You don't have to do nothing. Just take these words. It could be the beginning. It could be something he said anywhere. You see this down here? Look, these sliders, you start your beginning and your ending. And just do it. Do a video clip. This right here, as long as it's 8 minutes, you know you get mid-roll ads.
Yeah, 8
You know
minutes
what I'm saying?
mid-roll. Yeah, it had to be 8
Yeah,
minutes.
8 minutes, mid-roll ads, yeah, because you could get at least 3 ads. Always make a video at least 8 minutes. And look, this is what I'm saying to y'all, right? This is the most important thing about what we doing, right? Everybody will look at all these other guys as this, that, and the third, right? This dude is this. How many of these podcast guys know this or are gonna tell you it? I'll wait.
None of them.
None.
So, but they get your viewership and they give you nothing.
Exactly. They put it on their show
Right.
and get views and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. How did that hurt me? That don't hurt me.
Hey, Doggie, I want to ask you a question, right? Because we talking about documentaries, right?
Right.
And stuff like that. So how you feel about the did you see the Diddy documentary that 50 Cent put out on
Yeah,
Netflix?
I watched it from beginning to end.
How you feel about 50 Cent doing it, and also how you feel about the documentary itself.
The documentary is well put together, filmed well, edited well, great settings and scene. One thing, Jane Doe is not in there, so that makes it biased, because if we're going to talk about anything pertaining to the trial and anything that he did, why is she not in there?
Doggy, we got a call. Somebody want to talk to you, Doggy?
We're going to get back to that. Hold that thought.
Caller, you on with Doggy Diamonds?
Yo, salute, man. I just had to cut the game off, man. It's on halftime. Salute to you, brothers, man. Love
Salute.
from Chicago, man. Word.
Shot.
I'm in the city right now. Alhamdulillah, wallahi. I'm in Chicago right now. Calling in.
What up,
What part
bro?
of the town you from?
Man, Doggie, I've been watching Doggie for years, man. Salute to
I
Doggie
appreciate it.
Diamonds, man. Love from Chicago. That's a fact. Wallahi, that's a fact. Man,
Shout out to Shot Town. Shout out to my bro Jojo Capone too.
you
That's
brothers
my
keep
brother.
standing
Right
up in their chest, man. For real, salute. Doggie,
Appreciate it.
Doggie, man, love and respect, Doggie Diamonds, man. For
Appreciate
real,
it,
that's
man.
a real dude right there, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, caller. Thank you for calling in, brother.
Love. Y'all get back to doing what y'all doing. Love.
Appreciate your call, bro. Call, you got love from Chicago. That's dope.
Yeah. That's I love Chicago. I love anywhere my people is at, and shout out to everybody, north, south, east, west, UK, Toronto. So I get a lot of Toronto callers and all that stuff. I get callers from all over.
Yeah, we too.
But what I was saying about the documentary, Jane Doe is not in there, so we know something is wrong. I don't think 50 Cent did the documentary. I think 50 Cent put his name on it because it was going to cause controversy, as well as
Executive producer, right?
marketing. Yeah, marketing and promotion.
Yeah, another
Go ahead,
caller,
go.
Doggy. They want to talk to you.
Okay.
Caller, you on the beat 139 with Doggy Diamonds?
Yeah, peace, y'all. Yeah, it's the God Truth since y'all out, man. I just gotta sit here and say peace to Doggy Diamond, and peace to the beat 139. You know what I'm saying? Y'all legends, man. That's all I gotta sit here and say. I've been looking at y'all for the past 10 years, man. For real. Y'all keep the podcast game going. Y'all keep that integrity, and just let's keep that momentum. You know what I'm saying? I got love for y'all, man. For real. Y'all the OGs in this. You know what I mean?
Right. Where you from, fam? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx, but I'm from Pelon, but you know what I'm saying? I stay out here in the Lodge True Land. I actually called in a few months ago on Doggy on your channel about the whole thing with Jimmy and Max and
Right.
and the
Okay,
Baby
yeah, I
situation.
remember you. Yeah, I remember you. You know, when you call over there, we be wilding, you know what I'm saying? We be having fun on them, Jack. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you. I'm glad that you over here with these guys, because, Dawn and them, Doc is some real good dudes. And I did do their show probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. And I was in the flesh though, you know what I'm saying?
In the flesh.
Again, and Dawn, I want you to tell the people, when you hit me, I ain't spin you. I ain't act like I
not
ain't
at all. You
know
hit right back.
You text my phone. Yeah, you text my phone. I just said, what I said was, yo, I got to get a haircut. And I went to call my bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that Hollywood stuff, man. Like, you cannot ever act like that with somebody who you got past history with, too. You should never act like that.
We definitely respect that.
You
I
have,
told
you have,
Doc,
you have
too.
another caller from Jersey. Jersey, what up? You with Doggy Diamonds?
Peace to the brothers. Peace. Salute to you, my good brother Doggy Diamond. Oh, my
What's
brother.
good?
I really appreciate you coming on, brother, and, sharing what you've been sharing, man. You putting us up on game, how it's done. You've been in this thing for many, many years, and a lot of people don't know your history, and you just giving us your history, brother. Behind the scenes, some of the things you said, I was like, oh, I didn't even know brother did that. You know what I'm saying? Really appreciate you, man. Appreciate the brothers from the beat, 139th. Yeah, I love the show because
Appreciate
these brothers, man, you brothers, man, you keep it real, man. You don't sugarcoat nothing. And I love how you handle that with Cam, my brother Doc.
Yeah,
You
thank
did
you,
that
bro.
with Class. Real recognized real. I knew it wasn't nothing, man. Because the way you and the brother was reacting, I knew you guys was like, just let him go ahead and, because he didn't give you a chance to really say what you needed to say. Sometimes people do that to keep the truth from coming out. But I love the show. I love what you're doing. This is Brother Perry X. Nation
Perry
is
X.
FOI, my brothers, you know who it is, from Jersey.
Yes, sir.
But Brother Doggy Diamond, man, you should teach a class on this,
Yeah,
brother.
you should.
I'm taking notes, brother. You putting us up on game and showing us how to do it the right way. Do for self, create your own business. And you laying it down, man. And you just keep up the good work, brother. I watch you all the time, brother.
Yeah, and I want to say shout out to my
I love the way you
bros,
represent us as
Dr.
a culture. Also,
Dr.
one more
Wesley
thing.
Muhammad.
When you said about New York, you absolutely right, man. But we need brothers like you and others to help New York get back on track, man. Because there's too many gatekeepers, man. A lot of these cats, man, they doing for themselves, but they don't care nothing about the culture. Hip hop ain't like what it used to be, man. We got to get it back to its original form, my brother. And brothers like yourself and others, man, and I know you doing your thing on the West Coast, man, but you got to help us get New York back up, bro. We the birthplace of hip hop, man, and culture. I just wanted to say that. Salute to you, brothers. Salute to Doggy Diamond. Keep up the good work. Peace.
Thanks, Perry X. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate. That's a lot of love. People definitely respect you. When Vito called,
I want to say shout out to Wesley Muhammad and Nuri Muhammad. Yo, I want to tell y'all too, and tell the audience, I probably have about 1,000 unreleased interviews too. I have a lot of content that I haven't put out, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. In this culture that we're in, sometimes we get discouraged.
That's true.
Even myself, somebody who, one of the curators of the culture, some people could say one of the founders of, certain genres, I got discouraged. I let people get into here. And I'm just too sharp for that. But I started realizing people was working on me. And that's because of their insecurities and doubt in their self. People made me not believe in me. And I'm so angry at myself. I said this last night. I said, damn, I'm so angry at myself because I'm sharp. But one of the worst things that you could do, and you can't control it because that's who you are, is when you lead with love, right? I don't think you're going to cross me because I'm looking out for you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, I'm looking out for you. The reciprocity is going to be like you gonna send positive vibes and be good to me because I was good to you. That shit ain't real, man. The more you good you do for people, sometimes the more they resent you. Because they're mad that you could do good for them, but they can't do good for them.
Exactly.
So you start dealing with a destiny swap. What a destiny swap is, you in the position you in, said person in the position they in, but then they start making you believe that they're in a better position than you. And you the one that's twisted. And when they keep working on you, sometimes you start believing it. So it starts with little slick things to do to say that this person got more subscribers than you. Yo, you seen the views they did? And then you start looking at yourself like, yeah, my views been slowing down. Yo, they demonetized me. And then they work on your confidence. I'm just telling everybody, don't be overconfident, but don't lose confidence in what you know your ability is. And get away from anybody. And I know it's so sad that we just in a world right now where nobody trusts nobody. Listen, a lot of people are very, very depressed. A lot of people are very sad. And they don't know they have no out. They don't want to get no professional help. They think they could drink it, smoke it, kill it, dance to it, fuck it away. You can't. And their job is to work on you. And I'm an individual who always oozes confidence in myself and my ability. And I've had people around me working on me to make me less confident. And to a certain extent, it works. So I got interviews that's going to change the whole culture. I promise you. And I ain't been putting them out. I got interviews with the who's, and I haven't been putting them out because I'm like, damn, I don't even know if people gonna receive it anymore. Not because they don't receive it, because I've had people second guessing me and making me second guess myself. And I'm like, nah, you gotta snap out of that, because there's only one way to find out if it's gonna work, is to do it. And that's how I always live my life in this culture. Just like, you know, it was interviews that y'all see that end up becoming classic interviews that you don't even know the story behind the interview. It was a long day. When I was in Harlem to interview Max, that didn't go smooth as it came out. You understand what I'm saying? But I know I went to 140th and I'm looking for this dude and I don't have his number. Nobody want to interview him because at that particular time, you know, Jim Jones was terrorizing anybody who was doing Max footage. And I was like, yo, I don't care. But that was our second interview. So I go to 140th, I go to his building, right? And I don't see him. I don't got his number, so I'm calling Fendi back and forth. And Fendi like, yo, he coming. Man, I see him coming down the hill. His hair was blowing in the wind, looking like Preach on Superfly. I'm like, yo, I know this nigga ain't walking out with his hair out. I know he not got his hair blowing in the wind. And then y'all seen the end result, but it ain't always peaches and cream. It don't always go right. And I lived that model of, yo, just do the work. But then we got people around us that'll compare and contrast us to other people. And I'm just saying that to y'all, man. Don't let nobody take your confidence from you, because their life is fucked up. And a lot of people be doing that. Like, yo, this subscribers, you ain't got no subscribers. Yo, people be telling me, yo, you been in this and you only got that. But you got nothing. You have zero. So I'd rather take the little bit that I got than to have nothing. Because I know you want to do what I'm doing. I know you aspire to do stuff, but you don't know where to begin. And you, for some reason, think you got to be my op instead of just being somebody to say, yo, put me on. Yo, I got a couple of dollars. Could I get a consultation with you? You know what I'm saying? And if you really watch me, I always get a game away for free. You know what I'm saying? I give $1 million worth of game away for free every night. And some of your favorite podcasters have hit me and said, yo, bro, how do you such it? And I don't care. I'm not one of them people be like, I ain't telling you nothing. Yo, I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that to y'all as a show. Don't let nothing deter you or nobody, because people always going to tell you what you not, right? Correct. But you don't have nothing.
You watching me.
Right, yo, listen, you watching me. And then don't be a guy that women probably like. Because then you get niggas hating you. I had niggas come on and say, yo, you ugly. You know? So I ain't trying to be cute for nothing. I ain't even trying to be cute for these bras. But a man telling me I'm ugly, or a man say, oh, you really ain't street, you a punk. All right, I'm all of that. Where do we go from here now? Like, what do you want from me? You want engagement. I don't want to engage you, bro. Go play somewhere safe. Because me, I'm blocked, man. I'll block anybody. I don't care. I'll block my family member. I don't care. And again, I feel like I messed up because I let people work on me. And sometimes we do look around the room and say, damn, why I don't got this? Why I don't got that? You know what? Everything that you're supposed to get, you're going to get. You just got to work towards it. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're going to get that you're supposed to get, you're going to get. Sometimes you don't have certain things because it's the universe blocking you from certain things because it ain't meant for you.
Exactly.
It ain't meant that is cool, that's in dandy, but that's not meant for you. Still, my partner Still. The Gangster Chronicles is signed to Black Effect, Charlemagne Network, right? So we got that show on the Black Effect Network, right? Still said to me one day, he said, yo, bro, you know how lucky you are? I said, why? He said, because you independent. You could do and say whatever you want. Some of our shows ain't independent. We got to wait for somebody to pay us. You don't got to do none of that. And I'm like, damn, it is a beauty in independence. But now I got to make the independence work for me, because sometimes you be feeling to get into a system. That system don't mean it's going to work for you. So like we take basketball. Dudes be wanting to go to a certain team, but then they don't get along with the coaches. This system don't work for you. How I carry it, how I want to say what I want to say when I want to say it, systems don't work for me. Certain systems is not going to work for you. So yeah, it always makes your life easier when somebody say, yo, I give you 7 million. Think about right now, bros. The biggest thing in the town is what? Who's going to do the Hot 97 show, right? Yeah. Who are they going to hire? That's the big talk of the town for us, because we from the town. So say they want to hire y'all. They want to give y'all $250. $125 is split. Y'all going to look and say, yo, that's good bread. Or the outsider look and say, that's good bread. Not in New York, that ain't good bread. That ain't get $125 a year. That ain't nothing in the town. And then say you take the money, you move, go get you a new little condo, or upgrade the crib, or get an upgraded whip. Then they let you go 3 months later. Now you stuck on the hook for what you committed to. You committed to a crib. You committed to a 12-month lease or financing. You understand what I'm saying? What's meant for you, you're gonna get it. You just gotta work on it. And again, like I'm telling y'all, you gotta work, study every day, perfect your craft every single day. I go to YouTube University every day. When people don't know how to do stuff, I laugh at them, because I be like, I'm gonna figure it out. You know how much stuff I don't know how to do? I could show y'all, bro. I'm in here. Look, this is where I did the artwork at. I could show you all the artwork. I'm doing this in Photoshop in real time. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in Photoshop in real time. I'm doing the logo for my other channel. Doggy Diamonds Rewind is the other channel. This is my podcast dimensions that I got to do. I know I got to do 3,000 by 3,000. The name of the show are Why Do the Most Dysfunctional People Are Hood Heroes. So this is a conversation I've been having. Then I got Sony Vegas down here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in here with all of these programs. Mind you, I pay for all these programs. I pay for all these programs monthly. I'm paying $40 here, $20 here, $30 there. So I'm investing in myself, in my craft. Nothing is free, because I don't take free stuff from people.
Right.
I don't take nothing for free. Yo, bro, if this is what you do for a living, let me give you a donation. So yeah, you might charge $600, but you be like, for me, it's free. Let me give you $1. Let me give you something, because yo, bro, this is how you earn your living. I'm not going to take away from your kids because of my so-called pseudo celebrity, or you honored to work with me, man. Honored to get your money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you something. It might not be, you might discount me. It might not be that $600. Let me send you $1. That's how I carry it with people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to be doing this and have nobody believe in you, but you believe in you, and you know just the right people looking, the right thing, it could change your life. And believe it or not, I believe in being the change that I want to see. We want to change the culture. But how can we change the culture if we not changing ourselves? So that goes back to the analogy that I left you, them saying F the streets. But now y'all not putting nothing in the streets. Y'all not building no facilities for these little dudes that y'all made gang, that y'all made, in the 90s, they was 40 in the blunt us to death. You understand what I'm saying? Now how many of us was drinking beer because of rappers? Now how many of us was smoking blunts and opticals and Phillies because of rappers? Mm-hmm. Now you look at them rappers, they all custies. You know what I'm saying?
For the community, nothing like that.
So you had a comment here. The guy he said, "Ask Doggie where the epic interview that you supposed to drop last month that will break the internet."
It's coming. It's coming. I'm
exposing the legend. He asked. He sent the super chat on that. And one more question I have. I don't know if you have a question. You said something earlier about you definitely qualified to talk about this, and the game definitely been fucked up with this, with paid interviews. Now when you approach somebody and you ask to interview them, now it's they put a $, they want to get paid for it. So
Not me.
Can you touch on that and also
Not me. I ain't paying nobody. If I gotta pay you, then I don't need to be interviewing you. Now, if we're gonna say, yo, bro, let's do an interview, and could we break bread after the fact? Because what if I pay you $1,500, $2,000, and then I get that yellow? Y'all know what that yellow is.
Yeah, that yellow mean ain't nothing coming.
Ain't nothing coming. So what did I pay for? Where's my ROI? So now I gotta start finagling, clipping, and doing all this. No, I need that green on that hour-long interview.
Right.
I don't need a green on 11 minutes.
Right, because you never know what might come out their mouth and then they
Never
go yellow.
Right. You're gonna get that yellow.
Get that yellow, yeah.
So we not doing that. So if you say, yo, bro, if the interview do good, could you kick me back something? I have no issues with that, right? Because we worked in conjunction together. So if we did an interview and it did 200,000-300,000, I know what that make. Yo, I got this for you. What's your Cash App or what's your Zelle? I'm gonna send you something. Thank you.
Right.
But but off the rip, nah, I ain't giving you no money because you might do something rogue, and then you done mess the bag up. We not doing that. The epic interview I got is so crazy that, damn man, like I'm talking to the person I did the interview with. Every now and again, they get cold feet about coming out. Then they be like, put it out. They get cold feet. I just want them to be comfortable because once this information comes out, it cannot be taken back. You know, I've did a lot of interviews with people that don't want their interview to come out. I got an interview with J.R. Ryder. He was like, don't put it out.
Don't put it. So why you do the interview if you don't want to put it out?
You see, this is what I'm saying. Dudes, unfortunately, I do have a gift of making people comfortable where they start talking, right?
Oh, okay.
They start saying shit. They start thinking back in retrospect, like, I don't think I should have said that. It's too late. And if that's how you feel, say how you feel. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Mean anything that I ever said once, I say it twice. And especially if it's the truth. If you're not capping, yo, man, people got to start telling the truth, man. The truth is so freeing in the truth. There be shit that you be having built up in you that you just want to let out. Yo, keeping secrets hurt. Keeping secrets. So I ain't here to keep nobody's secrets. Unless you say to me off the record and you my homie, we talking on the phone, whatever. But if you go on the record and you say, yo, and one time, and then you say, yo, could you cut that part out of the interview? What you say it for? Because this is what this do to us on the independent level. It fucks up the money.
Exactly.
I was about to do 2 million off of that. 1 million views is 10 bands. Fact. So you just took 20,000 from me? And you okay with that? You just gonna have to be mad at me. This shit coming out. Can't beat me, so it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Well, we gonna go on some street.
We ain't gonna blow that one.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So I respect when people be like, yo, ask me what I say to y'all, yo, ask me whatever. Because I ain't gonna be like, yo, bro, did you cut that out? I know what to answer, how to answer stuff. I know what to say and whatnot, because I'm a grown-ass man. If it's something that you ask me that I'm uncomfortable with, I'm gonna say, yo, I ain't even gonna speak. So you felt like talking. You said what you said, and that's it. It got to come out. So every interview that I got that nobody don't want to come out, yo, it's coming out. I ain't even sorry. I done held secrets for too long, and it hurt my pockets because if I was a little daring like an Academics, a Poetic Flacco, or Adam, or Vlad, if I was on a type of time, look where I would be. But people always want to say, yo, man, you got integrity, man. Integrity don't pay no bills. Who got integrity anymore?
We got another caller, Doggie. caller. You on the beat 139, Doggy Diamonds.
How you doing today?
All is well. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Dell. I'm calling from CI.
Coney Island?
That's right, hometown of Steph.
Yeah, you already know. I be telling people Coney Island ain't Ferris wheels, man. Coney Island's a bad place.
You think so?
You live there, right?
I lived there all
how
my life. I
crazy
mean,
Coney
Coney
Island
Island is wild right now, but it's not. I mean, I've been living there since I was born. I was born and raised out there. I'm 50 years old.
And Coney Island is wild, right?
It's wild now. I mean, it's gotten wild within the last 10 years, 10 to 15 years.
Nah, bro. Marlboro, all that always been wild, bro. Always.
Yeah, it's been wild.
Always.
Yeah, man,
Maybe
I
you
like
get
your
used
show.
to it. Maybe you desensitized. Maybe it ain't wild to you, but when people come to New York and they think they're gonna go eat some Nathan's and go on a Ferris wheel, I tell them, yo, be careful out there. Coney Island ain't what you think. Coney Island ain't what you think. It ain't no tourist attraction. There's a lot of projects out there.
It depends. I mean, if you go into the hood, yeah, it's a lot of projects, but it's not. It's a little bit wild out there. It's not like how it used to be.
It's still wild. Now you got YNs. YNs is worse than the 50-year-olds. You got to admit that, right?
I mean, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild now. I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
When back like in the 90s and early 2000s, it was all right.
You desensitized. You desensitized. You from there, so you like, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, could I ask you something though? When we were younger, right? Didn't you feel like we had more respect for the elders and what was going on in the community?
Yeah, we had a lot of respect for the elders when we were younger.
But these little dudes don't, though.
I mean, hold on. Yeah, we had a lot of respect for our elders and our big brothers out there. We respect them.
But you see, the little dudes don't, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what make it wild, because it's like anything goes. They're shooting broad daylight. They're robbing broad daylight. They're fighting broad daylight.
Yes. Them
that's
young
what I'm saying.
boys
Coney
don't
Island
have no
is
respect
wild.
for the elders, for the OGs, for the dudes out there who could be old enough to be their mothers and fathers.
Right,
These young boys don't have no respect.
Right.
Sometimes I think that they deserve. I mean, sometimes I be wondering, like, so this dude deserves a whooping, but you know what? It's not worth touching them, because it's not. Right. I mean, we got to be a bigger person, man.
Yeah, you had a question, though. You had a question for us.
I mean, I like listening to your show. I just like listening to your show. I'm pretty late to your show, and I like listening to it, and I enjoy listening to the topics. I mean, I just caught on to your show within the last couple of weeks to your show, and just want to let you know I'm an author. I'm an author of 2 books, and I'm also a comic book. I created a comic book about Coney Island basketball. I wrote 2 books about Coney Island basketball.
Okay, I see Sebastian just came home.
Yeah, he just came home today.
Right, that's right. Yeah, ironically, Telfair just came home today. Exactly. He had to go back to Coney Island. Crazy, right? He had to be multi-millionaire. Had to go back home.
Yes.
All right, yes. We appreciate your call, bro. Let us get some more callers in. Appreciate you though. Anytime.
I would like to send out my books to your studio, to your main headquarters one day. But if I need to find out, I would have to go online, probably.
Yeah, so you have 2 shows you're listening to right now. I'm Doggy Diamonds, and Doggy Diamonds No Filter, but you call into 139 The Beat. So it's 2 different people. So you have a lot of books to send out, if that's the case. My address is on Doggy Diamonds 2 on Instagram. You could just send it to my P.O. box, and then these brothers could give you the information on Instagram or whatever. I think it's probably better to hit them on Instagram, because sometimes when you put your information out, you get bombarded with demo tapes and stuff like that. So yeah, just reach out.
It's Doggy 139.
Nah.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to confuse you. Doggy Diamonds TV #2. DOGGIE DIAMONDS TV #2. my address is right there on the Instagram, and then their
We the Beat
Instagram is
139 underscore Harlem
right.
Okay then. Okay, I'll do that.
on Instagram. And
Good
just-
luck with your books, bro.
Good luck with your
Oh,
books.
it's been out for 5 years, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling.
Thanks for the support,
Right.
bro.
No doubt.
All right.
That was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we've been doing this for a while. It's easy work. You know what I'm saying? It's easy.
100%.
Sometimes I get callers, man. I be so entertained by the callers, man. Like they be saying all types of stuff to me. I love it, and because you got to engage the people too.
Yeah, you
get
do, man. Yeah, you do.
You find your tribe too. You find your tribe of your regulars. You find your tribe of people who you know support you. And sometimes you rather have 60 down people than 6,000 people who might not come every day.
Exactly.
You know, it's
That's true.
don't ever get discouraged by numbers, because we have to crunch the numbers, right? We got to take our little 400 here, our 200 here, our 16,000 here, our 40,000 here, because at the end of the month, YouTube gonna tabulate all that together. They don't care what you did on this video. This is what you did this month.
Right.
But a lot of people don't know that. You know, they'll look at this video, or they'll say, "Dag, this person got a lot of views on this video, but it ain't monetized." So that was pro bono. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
me, I just want to make sure I'm monetized on everything. I don't care if it do 3,000, 30,000, 300. Everything just got to be monetized. I got to find a way to earn off every video, or I got to have enough commercials or have enough services that I'm rendering to make something from it, you know. So that's what I do. So, you know, I got commercials in my, I got a whole playlist inside of my when I go live. You know, I got my intro, outro, commercials, everything in there. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta treat this like it's for one, it's your job, and it's your
It's your brand. It's
advertising.
your brand.
Yeah, it's your brand. You know what I'm saying? Your brand. Like, remember Forbes? Everybody knew that green logo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now green is popular. I'm like, damn, we had that first. You know. Any other questions for me? Y'all can ask me anything though.
Yeah, I just want, we ain't finished up on, we ain't got to stay on it long. So you say 50 Cent, he executive producer, he ain't really had too much to do with the documentary, but he getting all the flack for the documentary.
He don't care. He don't. What I mean,
We know that.
Who or what do he care about?
We know that.
But who or what do he care about? Like, you know, with him, engagement is engagement. He figured out, you know, he's the biggest troll on the internet. And the only reason why people don't really give him flack because he allegedly has money, right? But nobody ever saw his account balance. And when you're able to put your name on stuff, whether you had something to do with it or not, and it's successful, you look like the winner, right? Well, we know about figureheads, and we know about that because the whole time people thought Diddy owned Ciroc.
Right.
And he didn't. Right.
A lot of people thought that.
Yeah, the masses are asses. It's all about fooling the people, and the people are here to be fooled. Some of us just don't do it because the first person you fool when you try to fool somebody else is yourself. You know, so I'm not into fooling me to try to fool you, because then I start believing my own bullshit. You know, so 50 Cent trolls and people think it's funny, and he's petty, he's a cancer, and all this other weird shit. That, you know, I'm a man, I'm not into astrology or saying people do stuff because of a sign and all that. That ain't me, you know. And then people try to adapt that ideology in those ways and actions, but the difference between 50 Cent and some of y'all who think it's cool to troll is that he got security and you don't.
Facts.
And he got money to protect himself. And you don't. You might be right now on 125 playing with people, and when certain people, they catch you, they're going to powerbomb you on your head. This is a fact. It's on site. But you think somebody is successful at doing it, and it brought them success. You forgot the first thing they did was make hit records. Then made hit TV shows. You haven't done anything but play with people on the internet. And it's only going to go but so far. So sometimes when I be hearing, yo, that dude, yo, they popped him in his melon, I be like, oh, good for him. I'm glad. dude was a nuisance. I know people be like, yo, man, you ain't supposed to wish. I don't wish death on nobody, but when it happens, I ain't gonna shed no tear. You know what I'm saying? Because dude be playing. My thing to the people is that what do you think is gonna happen when you play with people a certain way? You don't get a sticker on your head on Friday. You don't get extra credit. Somebody gonna hurt you. That's why it's best to just leave people alone. And you know, when we carry it a certain way, like, yo, we been outside, like certain dudes then don't play with us a certain way. And I walk around with love. You know what I'm saying? I shake hands. The children is the most important part of us. But the way dudes play with you on the internet, you would think it's like that in the street. But when you're in the street, you don't see none of that. You don't feel none of this hate. Nobody comments on you on the street. You know, you never got called a bozo. Nobody ever Frank stand you. You never got an SMD in the street. You never got none of that. That's just all on the internet. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. So 50 does a documentary. We know he don't like Diddy because Diddy was knocking down his BM. That's what this industry do. They play baby mother games. They play X games. They play all these little games. So he got me for the chick. He did the chick dusty. How could I get him back? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is too.
Yeah, that's how could I get
it all came to the head with the chick.
Right. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, dudes be pursuing people, women, and you know, he got a child with her. Respectfully, he has a child with her, so he's always gonna have a bond with her.
Right.
And he got humiliated publicly. So how could he get his get back? He gonna humiliate him. Some of the stuff in the documentary is absolutely capped to me. I don't believe, right? Like the dude, Little Rod, respectfully. I don't want fame, fortune that bad. And think about it, he ain't even get paid.
Yeah, the little dude did that. He was.
And you know about you woke up, you was sore and all of this. Right? Ain't that amount of no money ever? Because you didn't even get paid.
That was crazy.
So you trying to tell me a dude done dug in your crates and you ain't even get no money? And then you here telling people you got your crates dug?
Butt was hurting when he woke up. His shit was sore.
Ain't no way.
Crazy. And
so where we from, dude could play all he want, but he not going to do it twice.
Yeah.
The first time he play in any way that I don't like, he ain't going to be able to do it again because I'm going to remove myself from him. I'm going to put my hands on him. He going to put his hands on me. We going to thump. However it going to go, it's going to go. But he's going to know I can't do that with him. Period. Because he not with it. You know what I'm saying? You not, you know, if you a custody, you not passing me no mirror. Yo, I'm so stubborn, nobody can entice me with nothing. I promise you. Nobody can entice me. I'm unenticable, and that's not even a word. That's how real it is. You can't say it's liquor here. You can't say, yo, we got weed here, we got pills, we got chicks here. I don't care. Because if I wanted to do any of them things, I don't need a friend. I don't need to be festive in my dysfunction. I don't need to be around that. I need to be around myself. I need to be one with myself. So the documentary, it's a talking point. The average people got attention spans of a fly. So we'll be looking for something else to sensationalize. You know, this is just how it go. We know how it go. We know how the algorithm is. Everybody's talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's talking about this. And everybody's talking about this. But see, me, I be like, yo, no. We're not going to leave that alone. That was wild. Y'all moving away from that too fast. So some of the stuff they were saying he was doing, I was like, how y'all let him get away with it? You ain't swing on him? Even the way you let a man talk to you. You're not talking to me like that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then let me tell y'all something real, right? Like, I honestly feel like if you was around for something and you saw something that made you uncomfortable and you know it wasn't right and exact, at what point did you say you got to get away from it? So are you talking because you ain't in the whip no more? Because when you was in the whip, you was with it. So as soon as you get kicked out the whip, now you like, and I'm gonna tell what I saw. Nah, you a sucker to me. I don't. So something just came across my phone yesterday about a rapper that might have been doing something he had no business doing to women. And I'm like, yo, for how long you knew this? Yo, so would you just saying something for now? Because y'all ain't cool no more? I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. Because anything that I ever saw in this culture that bothered me, I didn't see it no more. I'm gonna be like, yo, now them niggas over there is mooks. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nah, they was over there, they get high. Like they do. I'm not gonna be around it because this is not meant for me. I don't care what y'all doing. And then say this, right? Say dudes do get their nose dirty. I don't. So if y'all want to get y'all nose dirty, y'all ain't got no respect for me. I just gonna get y'all nose dirty in front of me. Just F me. I just gotta deal with it. Nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you gotta respect other people in the room, and I want my respect always. So if y'all get y'all nose dirty, y'all could ask me, yo, bro, we about to indulge real quick. Come back into, by all means. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to be around nothing because if you don't say something, then that's when they start moving up the ladder. How they gonna try you? Like, yo, he ain't even say nothing. Maybe we could trust him. Let's do other stuff. Nah, y'all can't. No, I'm good. Y'all niggas ain't had no shirt on. Nah, we know what that niggas doing. You know what I'm saying? That because that's what fucking y'all niggas doing.
Nigga walking around with towels on and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? And that's not the industry. Even in the hood, because look, if everybody really hood, like everybody wants to portray that they're from the streets and they from the hood. You mean to tell me you've been in the hood longer than you've been in the industry and you started letting things go that you never let go in the hood? We don't come from dudes playing moot games with each other and rubbing up on each other and walking around in towels in the hood. We don't play that. So if you've been in the hood for 18 years and you've been in the industry for 2, how you got turned out that fast in 2 years? Your 18-year knowledge don't kick in and say, yo, what y'all niggas, y'all niggas tripping. Yo, y'all what? Nah.
That's crazy.
That's too long.
This is what I'm saying. So if you really from that, you're going to see it once, you ain't going to see it twice, and you're going to let it be known, yo, them niggas over here, nah, I don't do that. Y'all gotta have to show me some respect. I don't know what y'all into, but I ain't into none of that. Yo, if we here to work, we here to do music, let's do that. All that extracurricular stuff, I ain't with that.
That's facts.
You know?
Hey, so listen, we're going to wrap this up, dog.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap
here.
this up. We appreciate
anytime
you,
y'all need me.
Listen,
anytime y'all need me.
You know,
you got
we definitely got to stay in touch with you, man.
Definitely got to stay in touch.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people chiming in.
But did my number change, though?
Your number ain't never changed, man.
You text me from the same number that you text me. This is what I'm saying. Like,
I got it one time. It's the same number, man. And you pick right up, too.
Yo, the same number.
That's the
called
realness,
you back.
man.
My phone is always on silent because I'm always filming or taping. I called you right back. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't do Hollywood with my folks, man. Like, if I can't do something, and I said to you, yo, bro, I'm gonna try to get a haircut. If I can't get no haircut, I ain't doing, because I don't want to look crazy. On my platform, I'll look crazy because I tell my audience, I ain't got no haircut. We just bringing it tonight. But when I'm a guest in somebody else, I want to look a little presentable and stuff. So
appreciate that.
You know, 100%. I went and got a cut. But yo, always great building with y'all.
Yo, tell everybody your links before you go, man. You got a lot of channels.
Well, yeah. The main channel was, of course, Doggie Diamonds TV. That's my YouTube. My secondary YouTube that I'm working on right now is called Doggie Diamonds Rewind. The Doggie Diamonds Rewind channel is a channel of interviews that I put out before that are no longer in the algorithm that's showing up for some people. You might have saw them, you might not have known that I did it, but it's no longer showing up and you will have to search it. So I'm bringing certain things back to the forefront. It's like other people, how they have clips channels and it's tied to, it's still under my brand. We got Digital Soapbox Network. That's another channel I have. But my main channels right now is Doggie Diamonds TV, Doggie Diamonds Rewind, and the Interlude TV, which in the new year, I'm going to be looking for programming because I got a channel with like 52,000 subscribers just sitting there, and I don't even do nothing on the channel. So y'all can, you know, if y'all out there and y'all want to help me make it active, then we could do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to take on people doing different shows and stuff like that on that channel. 'Cause like I said, I got 52,000 subscribers just sitting there. And then just sitting there. You know, I'm like, yo, I could do some stuff. But I did a Mark Curry interview on there. I did a few interviews on that channel, but I don't have time to dedicate to that channel daily. But and I got probably like 4 or 5 channels that are over 100K subscribers, and other channels that I own that I ain't telling nobody, because then niggas will start hating on the channel. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people will watch you every day, won't even know it's you.
Right.
You know, and that's it. But I tell, you know, again, with y'all, I appreciate y'all for staying in the culture all these years, through the ups and downs, through hosts leaving. You know, y'all stayed down, y'all stayed together. Y'all done had a bunch of people on y'all channel too as well. And you know, this YouTube play, let me give y'all this before we leave too. YouTube plays games with a lot of us from our space, our content creators, because I know at one particular time, you might be getting 300,000 on this, 100,000, then they start 3,500 in you. They start playing games. We just got to stay consistent, persistent, stick together, make sure we sharing each other content, liking it, because this is our culture and we got to fight to take it back. They not giving it to us.
That's right.
And the people, you people are so important, whether it's 50 of you, 50,000 of you, or 500 of you, or 5 of you, are very, very important. Y'all voice, y'all likes, y'all comments is important. Please engage on our channels. It's very, very important. You don't always have to agree with everything. You don't always have to like everything in your comment. Just be respectful. You say you disagree with something, that's cool. But when you start coming on people's channels and saying the host is a clown and all that, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful of people outlet and be respectful of people brand. And you know, we all gonna grow and win, and we could bring y'all more content that y'all want to see, because y'all subscribe to this channel for a reason. Utilize it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. I'm Doggy Diamonds. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Doggy Diamonds.
Chat later on. Yeah, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for y'all. Anything y'all need from me.
We definitely gonna be calling you.
I'm signing out. I'll holler at y'all later on.
All right.
Peace.
Doggy Diamonds.
You're listening to The Beat 139, Harlem's #1